dry brushing miniatures and terrain is a great way of getting things done, nice and quick, and yeah, awesome results. So I've been using a variety of dry brushes over the last, well, good few years. Yeah, this one, as you can see, probably got some dried paint in there, so I will need to give that a good wash before I use it. And yeah, makeup brushes, these are what I started with, nice and cheap, and you get a pack of about 12 for about £8. These are the larger ones. There were smaller ones, but they've all been used and probably dumped. But yeah, a variety of shapes, sizes, and say, just cheap and cheerful, but work a treat. Then I kind of moved up and I got myself an army painter dry brush. Again, yeah, awesome results. So the makeup brushes, you can get them, say, in a smaller size, so they're like these ones, but they're still obviously longer. Obviously, the more expensive ones seem to be, well, cut down. And quite recently, I've been using a set from Artist Opus. This is the Faux Hammer Essential range. Again, yeah, real nice quality, work really well, and yeah, get the job done. So I've been using a whole variety of brushes, and to be honest, I've not found a lot of difference between, well, all of these ones. They obviously all look great, they all work well, and say, get the job done. So the other things you kind of need when you've got your dry brush, and yeah, been using this for the last 6 months or so, and that's a dry brush textured palette. As you can see, I probably need to print out another one of these, as obviously the more paint you put on there, the more it builds up, and your texture starts smoothing out. And the last thing I occasionally use, and that's this, it's a dampening pad. So when painting larger areas, especially like big panels, yeah, having the dry brush just a little bit sort of damp does help move the paint around, and yeah, you get a smoother looking finish. So for this miniature, I went over to PrintMinis over at my mini factory. Something that I've been using a lot recently, just because they have a fantastic range of vehicles, miniatures, terrain, all the rest of it, especially grimdark style. And if you sign up to their newsletter, you get 35% off everything, or you can become a monthly patron and get access to everything as it comes out. And they do produce a lot of stuff each and every month. And the great thing about lots of their stuff is it's all modular. So yeah, you can mix and match bits and pieces to sort of get whatever it is you need to get, which is great for me when I want to make sort of dioramas and little sets and stages, as yeah, being able to sort of print things off, make them my own, and well, attach them, glue them in whatever way I need. So everything comes pre-supported, which is pretty awesome, as yeah, as you know guys, when I do supports, they sometimes work, they sometimes don't. So yeah, a good sign of a great company is pre-supported bits and pieces, and as you can see, everything comes off a treat. So these have been washed, they've gone in now a little sort of warm tub there, that just helps the supports break off, and yeah, everything came off a treat. As always guys, I will leave links down below to everything I use, and as mentioned before, some of the stuff is affiliate links, which means you don't pay anything extra, but sometimes I get a few pennies back from it. Not everything's affiliate links, but I've put links down below, yeah, just to say sometimes you guys do like to know what it is, well, I'm using. So I downloaded this container from PrintMinis, but as you can possibly see, I've made it a little bit different, as I've kind of like chopped sides of bits off. Luckily did that in Tinkercad, real easy software, it's free, which is great because I do love free stuff, and yeah, so I was able to sort of take off part of these containers in that. I could have printed the thing out as it was, and then sort of like cut it up afterwards, but obviously generally that makes a bit of a mess, and yeah, this was a lot easier, taking it into Tinkercad and having a little change of it. So yeah, definitely if you are into Necromunda or any kind of like grimdark style, which I certainly am because I love all Mad Maxy looking stuff, yeah, go check out PrintMinis. As I say, honestly, they've been producing stuff for quite some time, and yeah, their back catalogue, they have tons and tons of awesome looking bits and pieces that yeah, you would definitely use in Necromunda. As well, I have printed off or made some Necromunda tiles, so go check the videos out for those as well guys. But so for this one, just a fun little project, just wanted to make a little diorama, yeah, with like a spaceman and well, an alien aboard a ship. As I was recently watching all the Alien films, and a lot of their insects or the aliens, they seem to like going through the passageways and viaducts, or not viaducts, air ducts. Oh, you know what I mean. It's early. I'm waffling. Yeah, so they sort of like pop up. So that's why I like the idea of this dude popping up from below. But to do that, obviously, I need to cut out the bit at the bottom. So I'm using my very, very, very cheap Dremel tool, because obviously it's not a Dremel, it's, well, I don't know, some weird and wonderful name. And whilst it kind of works, it does keep stopping every now and then. A bit like me, I think. My brain just stops. So yeah, this kind of thing, I probably could have done this again in Tinkercad. But sometimes when I'm making little dioramas, I have a rough idea what I'm doing. but then I just kind of wing it for the rest of it. So yeah, if I don't know in advance, I could have cut that out prior, but hey ho. And there we go, all primed in black, and say with the miniatures as well. So I'm going to kind of do them all together. And I say dry brushing. Yeah, I've been doing this since before slap chopping. Yeah, dry brushing is an awesome way of getting things done. I think the results are just awesome. It's quick, it's easy, and yeah, say the results speak for themselves, especially sort of like metallic looking things. Priming in black and then dry brushing silver certainly gives a better look than if you just sort of painted the whole thing silver and then like chucked a wash on. This definitely gives it gives the metal a nice sort of aged look, a bit of shine here and there. And yeah, say it's so quick, and yeah, I do love things that are simple, quick, easy, but say give you the results that you definitely need. And this is why I say dry brushing is definitely something I've been doing for quite some time. Obviously quite a lot now with miniatures and painting them because of the old slap chop painting technique. Just because that obviously makes them so much quicker and so much easier to paint as well. And again, the first one I did, I think it was a good year or so ago, painted some Orc Kill Team, and the results I got from doing my first ever slap chop painting, yeah, I was blown away. It was just amazing that I could actually paint something that looked, in my eyes, really good. Again, we're all different when it comes to painting. Some of us prefer to do layers and all the rest, but yeah, say grimdark style is kind of my preferred look. And you can definitely get that with slapchop painting. The miniatures look nice and yeah, they look awesome. So yeah, this little Space Marine dude. So this is where PrintMinis, guys, honestly, you need to go and check their stuff out. I just love it. They produce stuff every Monday. They have a release of stuff. So sort of in a month, you get 4 separate releases, which is really cool because it means then you got time to sort of get the release, download the stuff, print it, paint it in time for the next Monday when there's some more stuff released. And so every month they release miniatures, terrain and vehicles, which is just, yeah, awesome. So yeah, good old slap chop painting, magic blue for the armour. So this is where I do prefer orcs over everything. Just I think they look cool and they're so much more colourful and vibrant. Yeah, I know I could have painted obviously a Space Marine dude in sort of whatever colours. But yeah, they do seem to be more plainish colours. Yeah, give me orcs every day. Although I've got quite a few orc videos coming up this month, guys, because obviously, well, it's October. So yeah, keep an eye out for loads of orcish vehicles. So with the alien, I kind of kept him fairly simple as well. I went for a nice purple. I think it was purple swarm, and then like the bone sort of colour, just for, well, everything else that isn't purple, I guess. So again, nice and quick, nice and simple. So yeah, back to the terrain. And I've applied some transfers as well. I think these just help sort of give the feel of something looking a bit more real, a bit more natural, especially sort of spaceship wise. They would have signs and indicators all over the place. And then yeah, something you'd have seen me use quite a lot, Dirty Down Rust. I love this stuff. So yeah, very simple, very easy to put on, but the results are just amazing. So first of all, I get the Dirty Down Rust and I put some bits on nice and neat, as in it's neat, not diluted. Then I get my brush, put some water on it, and yeah, dab that around. And this just obviously breaks up the consistency of the Dirty Down Rust, so you get some areas that are highly concentrated and other areas which are certainly sort of watered down. And obviously the other great thing is you put loads of this on and then you will get some nice streak lines where obviously the water's going to build up and then starts dripping. So again, I love one of these lovely things, very simple, very easy, always fun to do. And I think the reason being, I know that when it dries you get this, which is just awesome. Yeah, to try and paint rust would be a nightmare, but this stuff does it, yeah, does it straight out of the tin, and I think it just looks great. And I say it almost looks like if you put your hand over it or your finger, yeah, you're just going to feel textured and rusty, but yeah, awesome results. So then a bit more dry brushing, just again add in or get back the realism of this meant to be in a metal sort of container. Yeah, dry brushing, hitting the very edges. So there's very little on my brush and I'm having to sort of like really sort of get in there and, well, brush hard to get some of the paint off. But again, this obviously means then it is really literally just going over the top, the highlighted areas and raised areas. And yeah, this looks awesome. So yeah, back to looking metal, and some of it hits obviously the flat areas and then you get like almost scratch marks in the metal, which again just makes it look absolutely awesome. So yeah, love this effect. And then the last thing to do is to get my little figures that I've just painted and yeah, pop them in. So obviously I've always put them on the painting handles, they kind of get glued on there. Just a small dab of glue, so I can use a scraper to, well, scrape them off. Sometimes I use a blade, although I have cut myself a fair few times, even though I do obviously try and keep my fingers away. Yeah, sometimes accidents happen, but in general they come off nice and easy. And then yeah, another little dab of glue, and these guys are popped in place, all looking awesome. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this little diorama, and if there's any other kind of like dioramas you want to see me make, as this is something I absolutely love doing, as it's a great way of me sort of painting a miniature and doing some terrain at the same time, and then having something nice to sort of look at the end. And talking of something nice, yeah, let's see some glamour shots of these guys in all action. I hope you enjoyed the videos, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave some lovely comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this and what you want to see me do in the future. As yeah, I really enjoyed this kind of build. So nice and small, simple, but yeah, had lots of fun with it, and it looks great. I just want to thank all my lovely patrons, as well as my monthly sponsors, for helping keep the channel going, and yeah, providing me the option of being a big kid as a job, which is just awesome. So cheers, guys. And don't forget to check out all their links down below. And also a big thank you to you guys that have stuck around to the end. So here's another little joke for you guys. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I just don't know why. And yep, they're definitely not going to get any better. Okay guys, you all take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.